We wanted to document a side of Morgantown that most people don't know. We heard stories about paranormal activity in Morgantown, and we decided to investigate E. Moore Hall.
E. Moore Hall is named for Elizabeth Moore, who was the headmistress of the Woodburn Academy.
WVU built a building for women's studies and wanted to name it after Elizabeth Moore due to her dedication to women's education.
Sadly, Mrs. Moore passed away before the building was completed and was unable to step foot inside. For that reason, they say that she haunts the building and looks over the women of the university.
We called in a local ghost expert, Jason Burns, to help with our investigation.
One lady who was working at the front desk, and the staircase, she watched Mrs. Moore start at the bottom of the staircase. She just appeared, and as she climbed the staircase, she vanished from her head to her shoulders to her waist, down to her shoes. When she got right to the top of the staircase, nothing was left of her but her shoes, and they winked out, and that was it. But random things happen like that.
One time there was a couple swimming in the pool located in E. Moore Hall. When they looked up, they saw Mrs. Moore floating above them. The reason for Mrs. Moore's appearance was because she was watching over the girl on her date. Elizabeth Moore usually interacts with women as opposed to men.
One time there was a lady sitting at her desk and all of the lights on her phone lit up, and she looked up and saw Mrs. Moore walking away from her across the balcony. And as she saw Mrs. Moore walking, as she walked past each window, the curtains went straight out and fell back down. Mrs. Moore did this because it's believed she was ironing the curtains to make sure that the building looked nice.
Another thing that she's known to do is protect her own interest in the building. One time in history, back in the 70s, I believe, someone thought it would be a good idea to take Mrs. Moore's portrait and put it in storage. And Mrs. Moore did not like that. So the next day they came in and her portrait was back on the nail and the guy was down beneath her. So they did a test. And they took Mrs. Moore's portrait off and locked it in a closet and came back in. And they found Mrs. Moore had taken her picture out of the closet that had been locked, hung her picture back on the wall, and put the other guy on the floor. And the university has not tried to move that picture since that happened. Just from the amount of stories that I know about her, and I know that there have been probably hundreds of others, I figure it has been hundreds, if not thousands, of interactions that she's had in that building with people and objects and things. Also, I find that she spent her entire life educating women and making sure that women got a fair shake and making sure that women always had a place to study, a place to be. And I think that was really important to her life, and I think because it was so important in her life, she finds it very important in her death. So her afterlife is basically a mission to continue what she already did. So I think as long as that building is there, Elizabeth's going to be around.